Thank you so much, Christine Ullman, the Beehive Queen. This is exciting for you to join me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dom, and welcome everyone to the Hive in Connecticut.
It really is. And this is the sessions at a distance. With the challenges that we have now in the world, this is so great to continue this level of communication, to see what you're doing, to enter your home, and to come into the Hive. This is exciting.
Straight from my heart to yours.
I want to start, Christine, in this time that you have here. You are someone that, as a musicologist, it's so exciting. And we have a full interview that we've done on the Sessions panel on the YouTube channel for people to go and watch that and really kind of take in the bigger picture of Christine Ullman. But at this point now, just tell me about when you dig deeper into the art and you go right to the core of what it's about. Fill me in a little bit about what you do with that.
Yeah, when the Sessions asked me to do this, I thought about this idea of a deeper level of deep.
Yeah.
Since we have a little bit of time now, some people do anyway, I thought about delving back into some music history. Of course, now I'm a vocalist and a guitar player and a songwriter. So, I'd kind of like to speak to the singers a little bit. We have a particular place in the world and in a band because we're the carriers of the story. We're telling the story. And boy, what a story we're in the middle of right now, aren't we, Dom? I just thought about how could you inform your art a little bit more, use your time creatively. One of the things I always talk about is delving back into music history. I'm the lead vocalist for more than 25 years with the band on Saturday Night Live, and I sing there a genre called deep Southern soul. It's Southern soul music that was recorded down south in the 60s and 70s, really. Memphis, Muscle Shoals, you name it. Whatever your thing is, whatever your genre of music is, whether it be reggae, punk, thrash metal, hip hop, or deep Southern soul, you have the opportunity now to inform yourself a little bit more about the history of what it is you're putting down. Go back and listen to somebody like the great Sister Rosetta Tharpe. Listen to Sly and the Family Stone. Listen to Muddy Waters. Listen to James Burton play guitar behind, Ricky Nelson. Listen to Steve Cropper on all the Stax recordings. Great drummers, the great Roger Hawkins out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama. And how do you do this mostly? If you have a record collection like I do, YouTube. Go to YouTube, put in a couple of keywords, and the world is at your feet. The world of music history is at your feet. What a rich history it is in the river of American popular song and world music. So That's the first thing I would say today at a distance is look back to move forward. When you're going to start performing again, you'll have more tools in your arsenal.
You clarify this so clearly of the importance of those roots and branches. And I got to tell you something. There's probably a book there at some point, Christine, for you to write about roots and branches in the music industry. Just give everybody a 30-second overview of Muscle Shoals.
Well, Muscle Shoals, Alabama, is one of the cradles of American popular music, certainly, but maybe not as well known as places like Nashville and even Memphis. But what came out of Muscle Shoals was a mixture of largely African-American singers with Caucasian musicians. It was a real interesting mix of studios like Fame Studios, the Jackson Highway Studios, and all of the historic studios in Muscle Shoals are still up and running. It's a very vibrant mecca now for everyone from U2 to come down. The Rolling Stones were there in the 70s, but everyone now is coming down there. And there's a wonderful documentary. Netflix had it. It's just called Muscle Shoals, with Bono, Stevie Winwood, Alicia Keys. They're all talking about the importance of this wonderful mecca of Southern soul music. Records like Kodachrome by Paul Simon, Bob Seger, Main Street, Old Time Rock and Roll. So many people came there after the first wave of soul artists. So many classic American artists came there and have continued to come there. I spend time there every summer. I've just written a blog about it, sort of my love letter in this time of isolation, soul music in this time of isolation, and how much that could mean to just be listening to a bunch of great, super soulful, songs. And I think it's so important.
Absolutely. And just talk about the blog, Classic Soul Music in the Time of Isolation. As we're secluded now, you
Yeah.
put focus on this. Just talk about that.
Well, what I basically focused on was my favorite Muscle Shoals songs. And there's songs like When a Man Loves a Woman by Percy Sledge, Wild Horses by the Rolling Stones, Main Street by Bob Seger, I'll Take You There by the Staple Singers, and Respect Yourself by the Staple Singers. Artists like Candy Staton, Arthur Alexander, Jimmy Hughes. These are all people, Dusty Springfield, a song called Breakfast in Bed. But for instance, a Nashville artist named Shelby Lynn a couple of years ago re-recorded the entirety of the Dusty in Memphis album, which has Breakfast in Bed on it. So these artists have been a continual inspiration to people. And you have to see in the Muscle Shoals documentary, Stevie Winwood just, worshiping at the feet of the session players down there. They're quite amazing. And of course, you, Dom, I know Roger Hawkins. He's featured in Jules Follett's book, Sticks and Skins. He is the god of Muscle Shoals and one of the gods of soul music. Everybody started with Aretha Franklin. So
the feel, the groove he has, the musicality, he knows exactly what to put where and when, and it's always about the feel of the magic of playing deep, beautiful stuff.
You talk about a deeper level of deep, that there it is right there.
For sure. Now tell me about, with this isolation, I mean, you suggest people to maybe seek out a teacher, right?
Yeah. I'm not an online teacher the way you are generally, but I'm learning how to be one now. And why not meet with a teacher, either on FaceTime, on Zoom? You could ask questions, maybe even give some of your deepest concerns about the future of live music to your teacher, and just talk about, what you can do, how you can reach out, how you can maybe even help your community right now as a singer and a musician. So I say, if you know someone that you can go to, and I honestly don't exclude myself from that. If you know someone you can go to, maybe you might want to consider it, even though you've never done it. Could be very beneficial. Take this time.
Yeah, we've been given this gift of time.
Yes.
What this is, it's a gift of time. If we can maximize the most out of it, and having someone like yourself to guide us along the way in vocal lessons, this could be really game changing.
The whole thing is going to be a game changer. And I hope that when we emerge wiser, more generous toward each other, more tolerant of each other, and honestly, more creative. That's what this whole thing has got to be about. As artists, we have to up the level of creativity. That, I think, is just essential. We have a responsibility to the world, Dom. I know you know this. We really have a higher calling as artists to enlighten and inspire and spread calm and spread beauty, in the world.
And we should wear this as a badge of honor.
That's right. Yes. Perfect.
Tell me about the short series of acoustic videos you're doing for your charitable organizations in Connecticut. You are on the cutting edge of that.
Yeah, a few of the venues that I play, these nonprofits, former church, former Grange Hall, I'm an original musician. I have 6 records out. I write my own stuff. But just today, I know you're just across from the Bridgeport, Westport area. I did something called 4-ct.org, 4connecticut.org. They are a clearinghouse for all kinds of donations put together in association with Governor Lamont. Child care for first responders, a huge effort for food banks, housing assistance. And this organization is like a clearinghouse now for all kinds of donations that are pouring in to target them toward Connecticut residents. So if you're watching this in Connecticut, and I know you will be, because the sessions will put this up on my Facebook page for 9,000 peeps, 4-ct.org. And that was what I did today, but I'm also going to be doing some more. And so just to say, if you're a singer or a guitar player, you can make a video that's a little spicier than the normal run-of-the-mill thing they would get.
Absolutely.
Just somebody just talking. So I sang a little bit of Hold On, I'm Coming by Sam and Dave because I love the message,
Sam, I loved my interview with him that I did for the Sessions panel. What an absolute gem.
He is a gem of a person, and you can't find a better message than that song. hold on, I'm coming, don't you ever be sad. So, yeah.
You're absolutely beautiful. Now, listen, the power of the web. How influential and how lucky are we to have this web?
What would we be doing now if we didn't have the web? You can connect. And so, listen, here's another thing I want to talk about, generosity as an artist, the generosity of networking. We talk about this in the sessions panel all the time. You have to love the work first and foremost as an artist. You have to love the work.
Yeah.
Spread that love to your fellow artists with respect, with outreach. Maybe plan to get together with someone in the studio when this is all over, or even you might, you can, if you're that sophisticated, you can fly a vocal part, a guitar part, a drum part in via Pro Tools. But more than that, to offer just some uplifting words. We're going to get through this together. We're going to get through this together as artists. I think at this time, showing mutual respect to our fellow artists as human beings is just a way to lift each other up. There's a lot of consternation. There's a lot of fear about lost income and what's going to happen. Be generous. Networking is always a great idea, but at this time, just add that extra little secret ingredient of generosity to it.
Boy, well said. And think about just the absolute respect for humanity, that we are all connected in this craziness of this world that we live in. Talk about Love is Love. This is so fantastic. Talk about that.
Yeah, I had an unreleased track called Love is Love. It's really a romantic love song, but it also has a lot of, ramifications for just what is love and why is it important, So my videographer, Tom Horan, put together a great video with some graphics and pictures of the band and graphics and just sort of uplifting, stuff. I think it's a great message, and just to know that when the world turns around, it says, it's a world gone turn around. I'm never going to put you down. It's just, I'll have your back. Yes, it's about a romantic relationship, but it's really about way more than that. So we thought it's not been unreleased. It had not been released. It'll be on the new record. And we thought, why not, pop it out on the world right now. So we did.
Perfect timing, and the message in the video was fantastic. I've
Thank you.
watched it several times. It really is just so touching, and the message is crystal clear.
Yeah, thank you, Don.
Is love, for sure.
That's right. That's it. Love is love is love is love is love. And that's really what it's all about now.
Well said. Now I want to squeeze out of you some of like top secret weapons that you use as a singer. What can you share with us here?
Well, let me just talk about two. I'll give you three, actually, to my fellow singers, okay? But also to any musician, because this applies, I think, to drummers. It applies to everybody.
Yeah.
The first one is, imagine there are 5 pounds of books on each shoulder right now, and watch my shoulders go down. They will. Yeah. We're so stressed out. We don't even know that our shoulders are up around our ears somewhere, Just drop your shoulders. As a singer, that opens up your rib cage. It opens everything up. But as a guitar player, as anybody, it just relaxes you. I know you talk to your drum students about the physicality of drumming, the basic physicality. What about your body in general? Never mind your voice, or never mind your chops, whatever. Yeah. So there are 5 pounds of books on your shoulder. The second one is a stretch that you can do at your desk, which is that you stick your hands straight out. My hands are going to look huge here. And then you pull your shoulder blades back, almost like you're trying to pull your shoulder blades together. Mm-hmm. And it gives you an instant stretch that just, you have to like really push your hands out and then pull your shoulders back really as much as you can. Wow. It gives you a stretch through your arms and through your shoulders. Again, it's a tension relieving thing. I'm going to show you something silly that every jingle singer at 10 o'clock in the morning for your 10 a.m. session, this is this is the air blowing, and not everybody can do it, but it's this. It frees up phlegm in your throat and lets you swallow it. And phlegm is a really good natural lubrication thing for your throat. It's actually better than a cough drop. It's certainly better than water. Mm-hmm. Number one thing for hydrating your throat as a singer is pineapple juice.
Oh, interesting,
The
really.
Dole, I'm shilling for the Dole company here. The Dole pineapple juice in the little cans is great for hydrating your voice. So singers, take it from the Beehive Queen. These are a couple of little secret weapons.
Boy, fantastic, Christine. This is very, very helpful. And you know, singers around the world and musicians around the world can learn from all of this.
Yes.
This is what's so great about the sessions and what this offers to everyone globally because of the web. People can watch this everywhere. Names that you mentioned, I ask everyone, pause it and do the research. Go to the web and do the research of all the names you said. And Muscle Shoals, there's so much deeper information out there.
Yeah, there is something on the sessions.org that I put together, every genre I could think of. And the big artists that kind of invented the genre, like bluegrass, Bill Monroe, and then moving down, you know, sort of the family tree of that genre. And that's up on the website, I believe. And you can just, you know, pull names off that like crazy and look them up on YouTube.
Absolutely. Do the research, enjoy it. The Sessions at a Distance. Christine, it is always great to see you. Thank you so much for your time. I love you so much. Thanks.
My heart to yours.
Dom Famularo here, the Sessions panel. This is so exciting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Click the subscribe button to be a part of what we're doing. The views help us tremendously. All of your comments, we read them and react to them. This is incredible. The support you're giving us is great. The Sessions panel. We'll see you real soon.